Hello, everybody. It's comical. All right, cut that shit, literally, because all it was fart noises, and it stunk too. Hello, everybody. Z3KO Trinity here, back with a really nice, really full selection of comics for you guys today. I've been quite behind on getting comics, so I do have quite a lot. Thank you for joining Spook Scares, the mayor. We'll start off with DC. I ran out of bag and boards. My comic book shop, for some unknown reason, just hasn't been putting them in the bags and boards. So this stack is the ones I've done, and then I'll show you the continued ones. But we're starting with DC Comics, the best one. We have Detective Comics 982, which is a short story with Deacon Blackfire there. It's not really the big story. I don't think this is a big story either. No, it is on the outside, part 1. 983, with the guest starring of Black Lightning. Interesting. Then we have Aquaman, number 37. Just a big close-up of this dude. If Wrath can't rule Atlantis, he'll destroy Atlas. Then we finally got the final issue of Bane Conquests, issue 12 of 12. It's not really a bad comic, it's just kind of boring-ish, but it did pick up, so I'm curious to see how that one ends. We have Batman, number 48. This is before the Batman-Catwoman wedding. And here is Batman, number 49. Literally, the next issue is the wedding, but this one ends kind of weird because the Joker has Catwoman at gunpoint, tells her that this whole reason behind him and Batman's whole history is that he wants Batman to stop him, and that he just, in his own way, kind of tells that he loves Batman. And he randomly collapses, and then all of a sudden Catwoman's just looking down and she starts laughing, and her face just kind of looks like the Joker. So I tell you, if they have Joker's like spirit or personality inside her body when they go to marry Batman, I'm going to be done with comics. I'm going to be like, okay guys, that's a little too much. But here's a lot of preludes to the wedding, just kind of single shot issues. We got Nightwing versus Hush. Then we got Batgirl versus Riddler. We have Red Hood versus Anarchy. And then Batman 1, Harley Quinn versus Joker. So yeah, next issue is the big issue, the wedding. We have Batman Beyond, number 21. Most Wanted. Batgirl number 24. I thought that they had canceled Batgirl because the last issue said the end. So I was like, oh, well, that sucks. But then poof, here's number 24. So I guess they continued. Batwoman 16 with a different kind of art style for the cover. Looks like the Batman from the Dark Knight saga. Brave and the Bold, issue number 5, introduces a brand new villain called Baylor, which looks freaking badass. And when I skim through it, it looks like some kind of Lord of the Rings kind of thing. So if you're into Lord of the Rings and really love Batman and Wonder Woman, you need to get the Brave and the Bold Batman and Wonder Woman crossover story. We have the Curse of Brimstone number 3, aka DC Comics Ghost Rider. We have Cyborg 23, Tears for a Titan. We have Damage, issue number 6 with a Swamp Thing cameo, which is actually pretty badass. Swamp Thing's one of my favorites. I'm glad you're still here, Spooks. I'm glad somebody's watching. Deathstroke versus Batman 32. The contract terminated. We have Flash War, issue 48, which is actually getting really interesting, especially this issue here, 49, because Hunter Zolomon, aka Zoom, gets his own Flash costume where it's red, and he basically takes over as the Flash. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We have Green Arrow 41 with a Parasite cover here. It's really nice. We have Green Lanterns number 48. Real nice cover there. Green Lanterns 49. Rebel Run. Rebel Run. I thought it said Sun there for a second. Then we got a really cool Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps 46. Dark Stars Rising, where our own Guy Gardner becomes a Dark Star soldier, and I hope and pray they make an action figure out of it, because I think it's badass. Dark Star Rising continues with 47, where this dude right here erased Hal Jordan's memories completely. So, interesting. We have Harley Quinn, number 43. Pretty plain cover there. And we got 44, which is actually quite a cool cover. Here it is, guys. One of the best ones. HAWKMAN number 1. First issue spectacular. I love the HAWKMAN comics. I always have. And that was the very first comic I ever really bought in the New 52 was HAWKMAN issue number 1. So I'm very excited to own HAWKMAN number 1 for the DC Rebirth. We have Immortal Men number 3 featuring the Batman Who Laughs on the front cover there. Injustice 2 with Green Lantern there. Injustice 2 number 28 with the Green Lantern and Red Lantern Corps. And here is the very first brand new Justice League issue number 1. They are the New Justice. They have Hawk Girl finally back in the lineup. And it's just all your classic characters, a brand new story, brand new era. Cannot wait to read this comic. Then we got issue number 2. Like I said, I've been behind on comics for a while. So here's issue number 2 with a really beautiful Hawk Girl right up front and center and her classic look. But yeah, that was all I was able to bag and board. So we're going to continue with these outside of bag and board. Man of Steel number 2, Brian Michael Bendis. Then number 3, Revealed, the Maniac Who Killed Krypton. Number 4, really nice romantic cover with Superman and Lois. But then, surprise twist, number 5, her holding Superman dead again. For like the 15th time. I don't know if he actually dies. I haven't quite read those yet. I did read issue 1, but I'm going to get my read on anytime now. Mira, Queen of Atlantis, number 5 of 6. So we're almost complete with this one. Mr. Miracle, we're on 9 of 12. Can't wait to finish this up. Nightwing, number 45, The Bleeding Edge, introduces a brand new villain called Worm. So, that's kind of cool. And Plastic Man number 1. Plastic Man has not made an actual appearance in the New 52 comic books. He did in a single Futures End storyline. I believe it was Futures End. But other than that, Plastic Man was not even mentioned in the New 52 era. So thankfully we have Plastic Man number 1. Even though it's a 6-issue miniseries, it's still really cool. The Death of Raven, Daughter of the Darkness, issue 6 of 12, halfway through that story. Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 23. The Red Hood kind of had like the same covers, like, I don't know, it's just weird. Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, 26. Daphne looking, or Velma, is it Velma? Yeah, Velma looking all like Negan up in there. And we got Sideways introducing a brand new villain called the Showman. Interesting stuff. We have another new one, the Silencer number 6. Suicide Squad number 43, featuring the Dark Knight. The final issue of the Chinese Superman number 24. So no more Chinese Superman or Chinese Justice League until they add them in another comic. Here's another major comic. It's from the events of No Justice, Titans Special number 1. And it's really, really cool because they added, finally, let me see if I can get to the back of the issue. Unless this one doesn't have the whole... Yep, it does. They finally added Miss Martian to the comics. Oh my god, guys, I can't fathom that. Because if you guys ever watch the cartoon... Oh, hey, Olsen, what's up, dude? Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy comics. If you don't enjoy comics, I'm just showing off the covers. But right now I'm talking about Miss Martian, who was in the Young Justice comics. There she is. There he is. You know, no gender equality. No, I'm just kidding. There she is, full blown in the Titans comics. So that's pretty badass. Then we have the new Teen Titans, which introduces 4 brand new characters. One of them being the front there, Red Arrow. But they introduce, what's their names again? It's like Daijin, that's her, Daijin. It introduces Lobo's daughter called Crush. It introduces this dude right here, which is a human cannonball. I can't remember. I did have a couple Spawn comics. I mostly own the compendiums of Spawn. But there's Titans, Terrifics. Speaking of Spawn, that's a great, interesting conversation. Spawn is actually getting a reboot, and Jamie Foxx is playing Spawn. So that's kind of interesting. But it's being written and directed by Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn. So that's going to be really interesting. Number 5 of the Terrifics. We got another new issue called The Unexpected, with all brand new heroes created. It does. I haven't seen no trailers, nothing, but I did see a picture of Jamie Foxx as Spawn, and it actually looks pretty legit, dude. But yeah, it's supposed to come out either next year or 2 years from now, but I'm pretty sure it's next year that they're shooting for. Wonder Woman 48. That interesting cover there, just her holding back a giant fist. Wonder Woman 49 with another brand new character, Savage Fire. The only thing savage about that fire is that booty. And then finally, Wonder Woman Annual number 2, where she is going back to the Star Sapphire era. So, pretty interesting. Now we're going to finally move to the Marvel/Others. And here we go. The oldest comic I have? I think the oldest comic that I will have... No, actually I have the very first appearance of Firestorm. So that's probably the oldest. I don't really have a lot of the old comics. I mostly just buy all the newer stuff. I do have some really good old comics, like the first appearance of Doomsday, first appearance of Necron from the Black Lantern Corps. I do have the first appearance of Shazam in the DC Comics era. But I don't really have that much, though. I might show them off one time. We have Star Wars 49, the trio on the front cover there. Darth Vader, sorry it's not lit up pretty good. Hey, cool kid, what's up? Thank you for joining. That's an interesting cover with Darth Vader fighting off what looks to be Luke right there. We got Dr. Alfra, number 21. We got issue 2 of Lando, Double or Nothing. Poe Dameron, number 28. Gonna speed through this for you guys. Don't want it to be too... I want to read those comics. Yeah, they're really cool. This one here is just the movie. Star Wars Last Jedi, issue number 3. It's legitimately just the movie in comic form. I don't know why I get them. I just got them. But Thrawn, number 5. Interesting looking cover there. Then we go to Marvel's Avengers, issue 3. With Loki on the front cover there. This one's kind of interesting because it's the first appearance of this dude right here called the Progenitor. So yeah, it's the first appearance of that dude right there. So pretty key issue there. I'm keeping all my comics. Yeah, I'm a big collector. I'm keeping all of them. Captain America 703 there, and then 704. I ran out. I literally was showing off my ones that I had in the sleeves, but I literally ordered 2 more things of bags and boards. So whenever they show up from Amazon, I'll hook these up. But trust me, I'm pretty thorough when it comes to my comic books. I didn't spend $300 on these for nothing. Deadpool, number 1. Actually, it's not really number 1. It's like, see the corner there? It's LGY, number 301. It's actually issue 301, but they're claiming it to be number 1 to fool people. But yeah, issue number 801, Spider-Man. This is the final issue of this is the first issue of Dan Slott, since Brian Michael Bendis quit writing for Spider-Man. Then we have the Scarlet Spider, number 19, with a badass front cover of Mysterion. Or Mysterio. Sorry, I'm thinking of South Park. Scarlet Spider, number 20. Then we got Spectacular Spider-Man, number 305. Number 306. And then the annual special. Then we have the Thing and Human Torch crossover, number 7. Interesting cover there. Then we got an annual, which is a Thing and Infamous Iron Man, number 1. Then we have the new Thor, where it's back to being the male Thor. No more female Thor, guys. It's kind of sad, though. She ended up getting cancer, and she's currently dying from, like, being Thor. So now Thor is back to action, and here's issue 2. Alright, see you, Spooks. Thank you for joining. Hope you're safe. He's got a big tornado warning where he lives. Had, like, the whole siren and everything. It was pretty intense. Venom issue 2. Black Panther, where Spider-Man was fighting with him. I'm thinking if it's this issue, it's probably the next issue. Yeah, it's the next issue of Venom. This one right here introduces the king of all the symbiotes. His name is Krull. Oh, sorry, excuse me. The god of the symbiotes. So this guy apparently is the god of the symbiotes, like Venom and Carnage. But pretty bad freaking ass, if you ask me. Oops. Then we got Cable, number 158. I actually liked Cable in the Deadpool movie. He was pretty badass. Astonishing X-Men, number 12. I had the opportunity to get her first appearance. Sorry to zoom in on her boobies, but I had an option to get her first appearance, but I turned it down. I don't know, I would love to collect some of the older comics, but I just don't know if I'm willing to pay that much for them, you know what I mean? Just for it to sit on my shelf. X-Men Blue 29, because these I actually read, except for the Marvel stuff. I don't really read the Marvel stuff. My brother does, though. DC is where I'm at. DC Comics is the way to go. Issue 29 of X-Men Gold, the wedding of Cyclops and is it Jean Grey? No, it's not Jean Grey. God, Kitty Pryde. My bad. Know your shit. This is the issue where they supposedly get married, and I don't want to spoil. Well, I do want to spoil it because I don't know if people know this or not. But this is the day of their wedding. They're all there. Everything's going peachy keen. He's getting ready to slide the ring on her finger, and she goes transparent and last minute changes her mind and does not marry him. I know what you're thinking, oh, this big lead up for a big wedding, the fuck. But, surprise twist, Gambit asks Rogue to marry him. And the issue ends with Gambit and Rogue getting married. So, big plot twist. They're getting ready to come out with a new comic issue called Mr. and Mrs. X, issue number 1. But I'm not quite sure I'll get that. But that was a huge surprise twist. Big surprise twist. But I'm really depressed because I love their relationship. I always have. But anyway, X-Men Red, number 5. That guy looks like he's from Star Trek. Then we got this big old booty here. Barbarella, issue 7. These are what I like to call the other comics, which is like different comic companies. Curse Words 15 by Charles Soule. If you haven't read Curse Words, I would honest to God read this. It's excellent. Go-Go Power Rangers number 10 with a badass front cover. The only reason I'm really getting Power Ranger comics is because of that Shattered Grid story. If you don't know what Shattered Grid is, look it up on YouTube. Jason David Frank actually plays in the trailer for the comics. It's badass. Then we got Grimm number 16 with the Sword of Camelot. I wanted to get into Robin Hood by this company, but I can't because issue number 1 is like worth over $40,000 or something, and I can't get a hold of that. Grimm number 17, Troll Under the Bridge. I love Grimm stories. They're pretty badass. The coolest comic I have is a Jack the Ripper one. Oh, that is cool. Hot. Outcast 36. Written by the guy who made Walking Dead. The Realm, issue 7. The Realm is a really badass comic series. Star Wars Adventures number 11, which is like a cartoony version of Star Wars. And finally, The Walking Dead 180, which was kind of disappointing, really, because, stuff happened, but nothing happened, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to spoil nothing in case you diehard fans want to read yourself, but, yeah. Anyway, that's the comic haul for this week. The guy at the comic shop gave me a free long box, which I really needed another long box, so that was awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite front cover of the comic was. And yeah, just keep hitting that thumbs up button. Let me know if you like these videos or not. Anyway, I'm Z3KO Trinity. I will see you guys later.